Hello everyone, my name is Denise. I'm a Catholic counselor, and today I'll be talking on the topic rejection sensitivity. Okay, this is a topic that's close to my heart because it is something that I have as well. And so I'm going to talk about it in a more compassionate way. Usually when you discuss rejection sensitivity, it's usually sometimes tied up with darker, more nefarious things like narcissistic traits, right? Like, the narcissist has the contingent self-worth and hence very rejection sensitive. Okay, but in this case, can we talk about it away from any personality disorder and in a more compassionate stance? Also doing myself a favor, I want to be more compassionate to myself. Okay, so human beings, we are created to live in a society. We're not like, for example, tigers or like certain species of other animals that can live on their own and prefer to live by themselves. Human beings are social creatures. So hence, in order to survive, we need to be able to be accepted by a group. So in the past, right, before, like modern technology, food panda and all that, like in Japan now there's the hikikomori, people who can live by themselves in the house, watching anime, working remotely for years and without having to step out of the house. So that's possible, okay? But in the past, it's not so. In the past, it was more like, a whole big group of sheep and lamb, and the weak and infirm will be on the outskirts, and the wolf comes and eats them up first. So being rejected and being cast to the outskirts or being an outcast could be a life and death thing. Hence, human beings are quite rejection sensitive. It's part of our survival, and also to give us impetus, no matter how introverted we are, to try to get along well with the society. Okay, so rejection sensitivity, where does it come from? A large part, I think, comes from our own insecurities that might stem all the way back from childhood. So, okay, for example, think about this. I'm first going to tell you this story, then I'm going to link it back to a present scenario. This I heard from Jordan Peterson. Like you are in a room and suddenly you hear it's nighttime, it's really dark, and you heard next door there's some loud noise, but you don't know what it is. So you're very brave, you walk next door and you put your hand into the room without turning on the lights and checking out what's inside yet. Immediately you see your brain generating all sorts of images of what's going on. Maybe it's a raccoon, it's a rat, or maybe a monster in that room. Okay, so rejection sensitivity is something like that. For example, okay, I go to the supermarket in the morning. I'm talking to my usual cashier, but today she's more curt or rude to me. Then I imagine in my head immediately, is it because I'm still quite fat from pregnancy? I haven't lost all my weight yet, or maybe is my hair smelly, or did I say something rude to offend her? Maybe not enough eye contact today, something like that. Like my mind starts generating all kinds of reasons why I could be rejected. Okay, so all these reasons, right, might have zero link to exactly why she's like that. It could be like she just had an argument with her husband before leaving for work today, so she's more grumpy. It's a blanket treatment she gives to everyone she sees. So it may not be me, but what comes up immediately, that's actually a good source of information on what areas I still feel fairly insecure about. Okay, so all the rejection sensitivity, so all of us, okay, I hate to say that, most of us have it, not all of us, and it's on a scale. Of course, those that are more sensitive to it are those people who have some clear area that distinguish themselves, maybe sometimes in a bad light from others. For example, maybe you could be overweight, or you could maybe have a skin condition, or you could be taller than the rest, shorter than the rest, okay, or you could be LGBT, you could be a very manly woman or very effeminate man. All these things that so-called distinguishes you from being average, they could be a crowning glory, but they also could lead to a bit of rejection sensitivity, and all the more exacerbated by past trauma, like being bullied last time in school, having a memory of being rejected by a big crowd of people for for something that you did or a trait that you have. So okay, let's move on to treatments. So I think one of the best treatments for this is schema therapy, going back to the early memories to rescript it, to reassure, let's say, like this is adult Denise, to reassure the child Denise that yeah, it's okay, what they're doing to you is wrong. Maybe you may not have the most empathy at that time, you might have done some social faux pas, but the corresponding bullying and treatment that came from that was also not very compassionate. You deserve to be treated better, and you are still lovable and intrinsically worthy. So if I can go back, use my adult self to soothe my younger self and to so-called rescript that memory, then in the present my rejection sensitivity will also be weakened. Okay, so this is a short video. I hope it's been helpful to you. If it has, kindly press like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much and God bless.